The impact of remote work on workers and management, a comprehensive analysis. In the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, remote work became the new norm for millions of employees worldwide. The sudden shift to telecommuting raised questions about the future of commercial real estate, particularly office spaces. As businesses and employees adapted to remote work, the commercial real estate industry found itself at a crossroads, navigating unprecedented challenges and opportunities. A shifting paradigm. The traditional office, once a staple in the corporate world, started to look different. Many companies, both large and small, realized that remote work was not only feasible but often more cost-effective. This realization led to a decrease in demand for traditional office space in some areas. However, the impact was not uniform across all markets. Here's how the landscape has evolved. 1. Urban versus suburban markets. In major urban centers, some companies downsized or relinquished office space, opting for flexible work arrangements. Conversely, suburban office markets saw increased demand as employees sought more spacious and convenient work locations closer to home. 2. Flexibility and adaptation. The rise of remote work prompted the growth of flexible office space providers, such as WeWork and Regus. These providers offer companies the agility to scale up or down their office space needs as required. Reducing long-term lease commitments. 3. Repurposing and redevelopment. Some commercial real estate developers began repurposing office spaces into mixed-use properties, residential units, or alternative commercial uses. This adaptive approach aimed to make the most of existing assets. 4. Tech-enabled offices. Forward-thinking landlords invested in technology to create smarter, safer, and more attractive office spaces. Features like touchless entry systems, improved air filtration, and advanced video conferencing capabilities became selling points. Future possibilities. While the initial impact of remote work on commercial real estate was significant, it's important to recognize that the industry is far from obsolete. Many businesses still value physical office space for collaboration, company culture, and productivity. However, the office of the future is likely to undergo transformation. 1. Hybrid work models. A hybrid work model that combines remote and in-office work is emerging as a popular choice. Companies are rethinking their office needs, focusing on creating collaborative and flexible workspaces that accommodate this shift. 2. Wellness and amenities. Health and wellness considerations, accelerated by the pandemic, have become central to office design. Spaces that prioritize employee well-being, such as outdoor areas and fitness facilities, are gaining importance. 3. Tech integration. Technology will continue to play a crucial role in the office environment, enabling seamless remote work capabilities and enhancing the overall workplace experience. In conclusion, the impact of remote work on commercial real estate has been transformative, prompting the industry to adapt and innovate. While the traditional office space model faces challenges, it is not obsolete. Instead, it is evolving to meet the changing needs and preferences of businesses and employees. The commercial real estate sector remains a dynamic and resilient industry, ready to embrace the opportunities of a new era of work. How remote work affects workers and management. The increased demand for homes in suburban and rural areas as a result of the shift towards remote work has led to a rise in home prices in these areas. As more buyers compete for a limited supply of homes, sellers are able to command higher prices for their properties. Business leaders have given various reasons for their disdain for the model, arguing that collaboration, mentorship, and employee engagement all suffer without the office. Remote work has plummeted from its pandemic high. Less than 26% of U.S. households have someone working from home at least one day a week, down from a peak of 37% in early 2021, according to Census Bureau data. Remote work's gradual decline reflects the ongoing push from companies to get employees back in the office. 43% of companies have set tighter limits around remote work or mandated some form of return to office over the past year, ZipRecruiter reports. Business leaders have given various reasons for their disdain for the model, arguing that collaboration, mentorship, and employee engagement all suffer without the office. But the biggest disadvantage of remote work that employers cite is how difficult it is to observe and monitor employees, according to a new report from ZipRecruiter, which surveyed more than 2,000 U.S. employers between July and August. Although some bosses have recognized the benefits of remote work, and studies have shown that employees are often more productive and less likely to quit when they have some degree of workplace flexibility, many are still hesitant to adopt remote work permanently. Especially as major corporations such as Goldman Sachs, Zoom, and Meta introduce stricter requirements for in-person work. It's an incredibly challenging, frustrating, and disorienting time for employers when the tool they relied on most, observing employees in person, is gone, ZipRecruiter chief economist Julia Pollack tells CNBC. Make it. Pre-pandemic, bosses relied on desk visits and peer monitoring, which occurs when coworkers notice and comment on each other's work, to keep employees on track in the office, and there is no clear replacement for them in a remote setting, Pollack explains. Although demand for employee monitoring software has skyrocketed since 2020, companies still haven't figured out how to effectively measure remote workers' performance. It's hard to know which measure these software programs track even matters, Pollack adds. A lot of knowledge work is done in video meetings, or offline in phone calls, research and brainstorming, and it's impossible to quantify all of that. Research has shown that workplace surveillance can also backfire as it undermines employees' confidence in their managers and desire to be productive, which can lead to increased turnover. Pollack offers a better solution. Invest in middle managers as connecting leaders between frontline employees and upper management and encourage them to work one-on-one with their direct reports to outline clear workflows and expectations. If the pandemic and Great Resignation taught us anything, it's that managers need to be intentional and engaged with employees to be truly effective, says Pollack. The challenges with remote work aren't going to be solved overnight, but making that change is a strong start. In summary, while remote work offers numerous benefits, including increased flexibility and reduced commute times, it also presents challenges for both workers and management. Finding the right balance between remote and in-office work, implementing effective monitoring and communication strategies, and prioritizing employee well-being are essential for navigating the evolving landscape of remote work. The journey toward a new era of work requires adaptability, innovation, and a willingness to embrace change. By addressing the concerns and needs of both workers and management, organizations can successfully transition to a hybrid work model that maximizes productivity, engagement, and satisfaction for all stakeholders.